First, vandals target election signs in Fort Bend County's race for Precinct 3 commissioner.
It's apparently kindergarten time in Fort Bend County. Someone stealing or destroying campaign signs, like the ones that remind voters about the guy we're calling the peddler of fake racism, Taral Patel. I call you the peddler of fake hate. Maybe the sign stealers hope if they vanish the signs that Patel's 9 criminal indictments will vanish too from the memories of voters, and they'll make him a county commissioner in Precinct 3. We hope the voters remember exactly what Patel supposedly did.
All of our signs slashed and left on the ground. The Republican Party here has put up a sign that says "End Democrat Corruption" with 5 mugshots on them. And they just started going up this weekend, and the Democrats came out in force and sliced them all up.
The sign stealing started days ago, first at the Kroger at the Riverstone neighborhood, the home of a lot of South Asian voters. 12 signs vanished, signs paid for by a Fort Bend Political Action Committee.
We are a nonpartisan PAC. We look for candidates that support our values of ethics, morals. We primarily are concentrating in Fort Bend County.
Muhammad says the Pillar PAC had endorsed Patel in the Democratic primary until prosecutors said he had fake social media profiles and said very ugly things about the South Asian population.
If a candidate is dishonest and unethical to get into office, will he be honest and ethical after he gets into office?
There were eyewitnesses to the sign thief at Riverstone. Someone driving a white Porsche. We tracked the license plate.
This underhanded, unethical approach needs to be prosecuted, needs to be stopped. We intend to file charges, press charges 100%.
The car was registered to a well-known social media influencer and beauty blogger named Deepika Mudiala. But it was her mom, another registered owner, who was actually driving the car, Padmasri Mudiala. She's the former president of TANA, the Telugu Association of North America. Telugu is one of the many languages spoken in India. Look at this report from the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office. Mudiala had a story claiming she was really a supporter of incumbent Andy Myers and was taking the anti-Patel signs to distribute them around town. But if that was true, why did the deputy find the signs in the recycling bin? The district attorney said he was investigating the sign stealing, but the sheriff, Eric Fagan, waited days to finally issue a citation. He was getting pressure.
This is all just a continuing pattern of the Democrats using dirty tricks.
Patel heads into Election Day losing many of his early supporters, like Precinct 4 Commissioner Dexter McCoy and Houston Mayor John Whitmire.
I thought he was a young kid with a bright future. He's getting into it at the right time. Then the scandal comes out, right? Then we see how he conned all of us.
We suspected KP George knew a lot more about the scheme from the very beginning, and the DA apparently thought so too. The county judge was indicted in September for his own fake racism posts. He's still under investigation for allegedly trying to destroy evidence.
Yo ho, KP's gotta go!
The scandal prompted protests at the Fort Bend County Courthouse, calls for the judge to resign, for Patel to get off the ballot. Neither thing happened.
I am a Muslim, so I've been through 9/11. I know what racism is like. Truth of the matter is, racism does exist in this society, right? I mean, but we've come a long way, and then with him faking all of this puts all of the other genuine work in disarray. It throws it down the drain. So his actions, honestly at this point, his selfish actions hurt everyone. And then he did not care who he was hurting as long as he got into office.
And now you laugh at something as serious as this? The racist social media posts started appearing last year, attacking Patel and his former boss, the county judge. They were very ugly, calling him a dirty monkey worshiper, a terrorist, suggesting they were coming from Republicans. The names were all fakes, but some had pictures of real and unsuspecting families. Voters in Fort Bend have a very clear choice. Will they reject a guy who's facing a possible prison sentence for this fake racism scheme?
They've thrown out this race card in the past, and Republicans tend to just run and hide and say, hey, please don't say that anymore. But this time we're fighting back, and I think that's really what has them on edge.
Patel won the Democratic primary before the law caught up with him. The question now, will voters send Patel the message on Election Day to get lost?
I think it's absolutely wrong to try to divide a community for personal gain.
The longtime incumbent in the Precinct 3 race is Andy Myers.
Some people see that it's to their advantage to divide the community in order to gain power, and I just think that that's wrong.
Myers has faced relentless attacks by one of Patel's buddies, Shopnik Khan. His political action committee, Fort Bend United, has given Patel tens of thousands of campaign dollars. And they paid for a new ad that, get this, tries to convince folks that exposing Patel is some kind of Jim Crow tactic.
Meanwhile, his opponent spreads fear, using Jim Crow-style tactics by putting up disgusting signs.
Hey, Shopnik, the district attorney in Fort Bend County, his name is Brian Middleton. He's a Democrat, and he's black.
Real plans to make our community better. We don't need fear, we need progress.
How can you support Terrell Patel after what he did?
He's my little brother, man.
On Facebook, Khan even posted a picture of Myers in the costume of an Indian king to suggest he's weird, trying somehow to steal Indian culture. In fact, Myers says he was asked by the host of a South Asian event to wear the costume.
Well, I don't put any credibility to anything that Shopnik Khan says or does.
Shopnik Khan is not an engineer, but recently became a principal of an engineering firm, Civitas, which is getting contracts in Fort Bend County. You don't think they hired you for your political influence?
No.
Civitas was born out of a history of scandal, the remnants of KIT Professionals. The founder of that company got busted in a years-long bribery scheme.
His personal agenda is make as much money through his engineering firm as he can, and he knows I'm not a guy who pays to play. He wants a county commissioner who will direct as much engineering work and engineering business to his firm as possible.
We raised questions about the Civitas connection weeks ago, just days after we questioned the involvement of both Khan and State Representative Ron Reynolds. The company temporarily vanished their leaders from their website. But you're actively out supporting him. This is your community too. You think it's right to peddle fake racism? Voters have a clear choice to reject a guy who faces a possible prison sentence if he's convicted of peddling fake racism.
Selfish actions hurt everyone, and then he did not care who he was hurting as long as he got into office.
It's a very family-oriented, honorable community. We're not asking people to become Republicans overnight. Just vote Republican this time, because the alternative are people that not only break the law, but dishonor the community